Molly, hello. I start every single one of my interviews with the exact same question. It's a very important one. How are you today? Genuinely, how are you doing today?
Oh, Andy, thank you for asking me. I I've had laryngitis for a week, so I'm getting my voice back. But I am good. Besides that, to be talking to you.
This is gonna be a stressful press day for you, though, girl. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm better. I'm in such a better place, genuinely.
Good. Okay. Well, I am excited to be talking to you about this one because I really, truly enjoyed Ojai. And first, I want to ask you about Iris and how you play her, right? Because this is, with a character like this, she can tip over into like scary crazy really, really fast. And there are moments throughout this film where like you think, oh, she is maybe a little crazy. And you're like, okay, but also this is so valid. Like, I just want to know, how do you kind of toe that line of how real, how crazy to make her? Like, how did you find Iris's balance?
That was like the conversation with Sophie from the beginning is how do we make her someone that other women will see themselves in and go, ooh, if I was 5% crazier, would I do this? So we wanted to push it a bit, but also, never take it too far where, where you're starting to feel like, oh, this woman has really lost her fucking mind and there's no road back. But it was really fun for me. I think I've been very lucky in my career so far to get to do some roles that I'm proud of, but I've never gotten to stretch in this way and play someone that is this complex. And I think I really love, the saying, are women crazy? Are they driven mad? And I think I have felt in my life just I felt driven mad by someone not listening to me and not being honest with me. And so we really wanted to, explore that. And there's so much humor in that mania and paranoia.
Well, and the other aspect of this film that I really like is because it was created by you and by Sophie, it is so very much through the female gaze. And I want to know, why was that important to you guys? Does it feel like we are moving in a direction where movies can get made through the female gaze as much as this is?
No, it doesn't feel like we're in a place where that's happening. I think that this was such a gift to get to like exist in this space and have a director be like, you know what? You should pee after sex because that's what women have to do. Like it was so special. And we never wanted this movie to be like a takedown of men, but we definitely wanted it to be from the female perspective of what it's like to date right now. But I don't feel that way. I mean, I think a big reason of why I never gave up on this project was my belief in it, but also my belief in Sophie as a filmmaker, and that, a lot of women don't want to take a chance on female directors. I keep saying this, but I like the Nicole Kidman thing of like, I'm going to work with this many female directors. Like, more people need to do that because that's the only way to get more of these kinds of movies out there. And it's, I'm an actress, so I'm sent the stuff, and there isn't that much from the female gaze and or just from any gaze that isn't just such a male gaze. So I am ready to be a part of things in that space, and I will champion them. If I have, this movie was not made because of me. It was made because Logan said yes, and so he's really the one who got the female gaze going on this one.
And we love him for it. And what's funny is I say this with a lot of projects, but I feel like I can always tell when it is women at the helm. Like you said, the peeing after sex moment. Like, there is just various moments. It's like Geraldine being so ride or die. That is what female friendship is. And the witchcraft of it, like, yeah, we're all a little bit witchy. So I'm kind of curious for you and for Sophie, were there certain touchstone scenes that you were like, we need to make sure to do this right, or like, we need to make sure to include this element of it?
The sex stuff was really important, that it felt as real as possible. And like, we didn't want, when Logan pulls out handcuffs, for us to suddenly like know how to use them. We wanted it to be real to a couple that hasn't really explored, this kind of stuff, and that it feels like silly and real and a little bit embarrassing. And then, yeah, Geraldine and my friendship, like, Jer is one of my closest friends in real life, and Sophie is as well. And the romantic love come and go, but your friends are with you forever. And so those scenes were so important to us, that you felt that love, and you felt like she, that she's someone I would call when I've done something really bad, and she's going to accept me either way. And then maybe like a week after this movie takes place, she's going to sit me down and be like, that wasn't great that you did that. Let's work on this.
We all need a friend like it. And I want to bring it back to the sex scenes that you mentioned, because There's also the moment where your character is originally going to be cuffed to the bed and she stops and she's like, I thought I could do it. I can't. Like, this is not a thing that I'm comfortable with. And it may seem like a small thing to some people, but I think it's so important that boundary setting scene. It's just little moments throughout, man. I think you and Sophie did them so well.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was fun. We have many outtakes of me going, no, to and screaming, I don't want to be tied up. And Sophie was like, let's bring this down, Molly. But that was fun. Playing with tone, making sure we wanted to make consent funny and sexy, which is hard.
It is, but you threaded the needle very well. One thing I'm also interested in, because we've talked about female friendships here, obviously you and Sophie have been friends for a really, really long time. I believe that there are like defining moments in a friendship, right? Like when you go on a trip with a friend, when you meet their family, when you go shopping for the first time with that friend, because it'll let you know if they're an honest person. How does making a movie together, what does that define in a friendship? Like what, I mean, because you guys were 6 years in, and a movie takes 5 years to make, like that can go really wrong. So I'm just kind of curious, what did this reveal about your friendship with Sophie? How did it strengthen it, deepen it, etc.?
Mike Nichols says you come out of movies a different person. It's a birth of a new being. And long-term friendship is, can you guys continue to change and grow into the next chapter? So we came out of this different people and grew and worked through stuff and got closer and, didn't agree on things. And so I think but then agreed in ways we couldn't even imagine. So it's just made us even, closer than ever. But movies are hard. And, Sophie was sweating her ass off when I'm changing in a barn and we have 2 minutes to shoot a scene and we're losing the light and all that. It gets crazy. And, you lose a day of shooting and an actor gets sick and all this stuff. But we could look at each other and be like, we didn't give up on this, and we're here because of the love for each other and that two men didn't want to be with us.
Well, and you talk about sweating. I just talked to Logan a bit ago, and he was telling me that specifically Islands in the Stream in the car was a very hot day where you guys are like dabbing at each other because of how sweaty you were.
Logan was having a really tough time that day. But I've never done like a really romantic movie, and it was funny to peel the curtain, like when we swam in the creek together and we were singing in the car, the sex scenes, like we are sweating, we are shaking from how cold the water is. Like shooting movies are not like, it doesn't look like The Notebook. Like the peeling of the curtain, like it's rough behind the scenes.
I believe it. Well, Molly, I'll leave you with this one. Obviously, Logan is chained to a bed for most of this one, which I'm interested in just how that is as a scene partner. When you can't be physical with him because he's just lying there, how does that change your approach?
It was like doing a play. It was like we had to be so locked in with each other, and I basically only had like the perimeter around the bed to move. I loved it. I thought it was like it was a great adventure. I think Logan was such a great scene partner and so always there. Like he held my gaze and was so curious and available. So maybe with another actor I would have felt that it was more difficult, but actually it was a really cool thing that we got to do.